So, is anyone here? Just checking. Been 20 seconds. I see they gave me a beautiful blurry picture. Yeah, that's a hell of a thumbnail. Must have had something to do with the title. And the title is this administration for real? Well, I've been watching, and I saw the Biden administration asking stupid questions about Cuba and saying stupid things about Cuba. But evidently, the Biden administration has forgotten that, well, Cuba's not like America. Actually, they have a socialist type government, and freedom there is not the same as it is here. But that's not why I'm here. My question is, why is the Biden administration putting more emphasis on what's going on in Cuba than what's going on at the borders of America? I mean, we have Kamala, little girl Harris, sucking on her thumb in the back corner, hiding. I mean, how can you hide so damn well in public? You don't have a clue what you're doing. We all know you didn't get to your position because of intelligence, or are you hiding your intelligence? Maybe it's all just a ploy. Maybe she's smarter than everyone thinks, and she's just drawing y'all in with the little girl attitude. In the meantime, she got to her position with a lot of saliva. I don't know. I just want you to know what I think. What I think isn't necessarily 100% correct or right. But why is the Biden administration making America look so weak? Why are they making us look weak? Is this not a national security issue? I've been watching carefully. I've been kept quiet for a long time, and I want to know what the hell they're doing. You see, you look at the governments of the world, and America is currently looking like the biggest pussy out there. Biden don't know where he's at half the time, let alone have a good idea or speak on anything that isn't written on a piece of paper, and he can't read it correctly anyway because he's delusional. The words are evidently moving on the paper in front of him like a cartoon. Harris is out there preaching this and preaching that, and everything she's preaching is hate. That's not the country I went to the military for. I didn't go to the military to hate my country. I went to the military to protect my country. But evidently that makes me a racist because I was worried about protecting America. You see, it wasn't a worldwide issue. What is wrong with these people? I want to know. I want to know why rules and laws no longer apply to the government of the United States. The Constitution is written clearly, and it's not being followed. Every one of these officials have committed treason in one form or another. I just don't understand what the story's all about. Give me a second. Rosie wants to be blue. I didn't know I could blow her. There you go, Rosie. Do you feel better? You should be blue now. Well, I've been watching the most recent Cuban crisis, as I was watching as a child back in my school days, hiding under desks, acting like an idiot, only worrying about what we were having for school lunch. Everyone else was scared they were going to die. I didn't really care. But when I watch the things being said by old creepy Joe and his administration, come on, Jen Psaki, can you give an answer? Can you actually give a direct answer instead of talking circles and going around it? Why is everyone afraid of you? I'm not afraid of you. I don't care, man. Come get some. Prove how fucking worthless you are. Come get some. You want to go after the American people. You don't want to help the American people. You want to go after the American people. That's not the kind of government that we signed up for. I'm sorry, man. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. As a matter of fact, you're trying to abolish the Constitution. And your first step is to get rid of the Second Amendment because you guys are so afraid of gun violence. Well, what are you worried about? You got armed security. You got armed guards around you 24/7. Why shouldn't everyone else? Make some sense of this for me. Why can you have armed guards around you, but nobody else can? Are you scared of something? Are you afraid someone might find something out about you? You are ridiculous, foolish, and you are hypocrites. Now, a lot of people are afraid to talk about this because their channels get taken down. Well, guess what? I don't make any money off my channel, so I don't give a shit. And Biden, he can't even talk a sentence without reading a piece of paper, and he still screws it up. Because his handlers are out there going, no, Joe, don't say that, don't say that. In the meantime, he's making America look pathetically weak. America is not weak. The Biden administration is weak. Let me clear my throat for you. America is not weak. The Biden administration is weak. They are destroying, they are dismantling, and they are just trying to make this one big corporation. They have ruined America. People don't like what I say, too goddamn bad, I don't care. I live my life. You want to get rid of me for speaking the truth? Come get some, bitches. Make yourself look more stupid. I'm not afraid to speak publicly about the fucking falsities of government. The government doesn't scare me, okay? The people in government definitely don't scare me. And as they shouldn't, because Thomas Jefferson said it clearly, when the government fears the people, we have freedom. When the people fear the government, we have tyranny. Think about it. And I'm not all up for the defund the police, blah, blah, blah bullshit, you know. I think we need to have some sort of law enforcement in America. But in my eyes, I'm not seeing law enforcement anymore. I'm seeing policy and feelings enforcement. Actually give these assholes a lesson. Teach them. Show them what the Constitution is. Teach them actual laws so they don't just go on their feelings. It's really not their fault. We can't help it if they're idiots. We can't help it if they have the IQ of a box of rocks. Now, you don't like what I'm saying? God damn it, come and get some. I told you. I'm old. I don't care. I've lived my life, and I'm not going anywhere except the ground next. And I'm not afraid of the worms, okay? Has anyone got any questions? I don't have very many people watching, but that's okay. I got 8 people watching, 3 thumbs up. I would have thought I would have got like 9 thumbs up with 8 people watching because somebody would have left and said, fuck you. But that's okay because, you know, everyone's afraid to speak their piece. Everyone's afraid of freedom of speech. You need to stand up for your rights. You need to teach your children right. Do not let them be brainwashed. My children aren't racist. They should not be taught to be racist in school. My children should be taught to be educated. They should know the history of the United States. They should know mathematics. They should know civics. They should know how the government functions. But what's happening with today's world is, well, people are being shown the reality. Every single day, the legal system is creating new rules, regulations to create more revenue. So what you did today could be illegal tomorrow. But of course, they won't tell you that today, but tomorrow they'll say, hey, we talked to you about this yesterday and it's illegal today, so you're going to get a fine or you're going to go to jail. In other words, there's more rules being made against us, the people who pay them, because they do work for us, they're public servants, than there are rules that help us. They don't care about us anymore. They care about filling their bank accounts and their pocketbooks, okay? Now, you might not agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's good and well. You know, you can read my disclaimer. My disclaimer will tell you to go fuck yourself. But the government is not your friend. Generally, the government does good things for people. But by giving out handouts, that's not making things better. That's kind of bribery, in my opinion. Didn't help us out any. Didn't change our lives. In the meantime, they're locking everyone down and saying this virus is killing this person, this virus is killing that. Well, yeah, okay, people die of the flu. But the whole time, I remember the commercials every single day on television, how 1,200 people a day were dying of tobacco product use, and all of a sudden that disappeared, it became a COVID. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, if you look at the actual deaths since the beginning of COVID, you're going to find out they're really, not much difference than they've always been. Now, they don't want you to know that. They'll probably strike my channel for that. Like I said, once again, I don't care. I don't get paid for my channel. I do this on my own dime. And I also have a disclaimer. So if they get butthurt, they get butthurt. I don't care. Now, I'm waiting for some questions. Past history. Well, history does repeat itself. The big thing that I have an issue with is how all these people talk about, slavery, blah, 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 slavery this, slavery that. But they forgot about the Jews, which was much, much more recent than slavery. They forgot about the Holocaust because they don't want anyone to know about the Holocaust. It's like the Holocaust never happened. Millions of people died, but it never happened. No. Instead, we're going to talk about people that we fed, gave places to stay, they had a job, and it might not have been under the best conditions, but guess what? We all came from the same lineage. Every single one of us, everyone, our DNA has come from some form of slavery at one time or the other. So what makes one group any better than any other? Oh, you're an asshole. You shouldn't say that. Oh, let me clear my throat. Oh, okay. You see, I don't give a fuck. The fact is, people are people. We have all come from some form of slavery. We've all come from depressed areas. We've all been treated badly. But the problem is that our current administration is treating us worse than we've ever been treated before. And they're trying to hide it. People say, oh, Harris, she's acting like an idiot. She can't. Well, you know what? Maybe she's smarter than you think. Maybe she's got something going on behind the scenes. Maybe there's something else going on and they're just trying to, make you listen to what they're saying at the point in time while they're doing something else, so you don't know what's going on, and then later you find out that, you no longer have a Second Amendment right, a First Amendment right, a Fourth, because they can come and get you whatever you want, and next thing you know, they'll be knocking on your door and putting a fucking shot in your arm. I don't know. But if you go back in my videos, you'll find out I said this shit before. Way before. So what's going on? How are people allowing this to happen? Oh, that's right. If you don't agree with the government, you're against the government. No, actually, that's not how it works. Read your Constitution. If you have a difference with the government and the government isn't following the Constitution, they are the ones breaking the law, not the citizens who don't agree with it. That is the reason the Constitution was written, to prevent the government from overstepping its boundaries and taking over the people. That's where we the people came from. You don't agree? That's good. I don't care. If you're smart enough to agree, or if you have an education of some sort, that's the way it goes. But other than that, I want to know how everyone's doing. I'm done bitching for a few moments. Maybe. I haven't seen y'all for a while, so I figured it was time to come in and say hello. I had to check out the new device and find out whether or not I knew how to go live anymore, because I'm sure I'm going to have a few more lives coming up. You see, I'm not afraid to show my face. A lot of people go live, they're afraid to show their face. I don't really want panels. I don't need panels. I don't need observations. I don't need other people's... If you want to talk in the chat. I'm the show here. This is my channel. I'm the guy. Okay? I'm the guy. Hey, Coop437, hello. King Bluto's been leaving comments constantly. Hello again. It's the old prick, just talking what he thinks. And my observation of the current administration isn't good. They are doing everything they can to undermine this country. And maybe this video will get taken down because I said the Biden administration is doing everything they can to undermine this country. But you heard it here. A lot of people are afraid to say it. I'm not. Like I said, I've lived my life. Come get some, bitches. You want to take away people's guns? You want to take away their right to privacy at their own homes? You want to put freaking... it's stupid. First Amendment right, man. We have the right to speak, man. We have the right to assemble. We have the right of religion. But you want to take it away because it doesn't fit your agenda of socialism. And I'm not going to deal with it. And I'm just a small fraction of a few people who don't agree, right? Wrong. You're outnumbered, motherfuckers. Keep attacking America. Keep attacking the American citizens who pay you. You work for us. We don't work for you. And I'll say that one more time. You work for us. Government officials and public servants. We don't work for you. It's time you realize who your boss is. It's time you realize where your paycheck comes from. And it's time you start acting like a human being before there is nobody who acts like a human being. And I'm pretty sure this country doesn't deserve to be treated like that. I came in shortly to say hello, actually, so I'm going to say hello. I hope everyone's doing well. I don't care whether you share my video or not. I don't care whether my video is being paid attention to. I have two devices here. This device that I'm speaking on is showing 8 people watching and 6 likes. The device I'm not speaking on is showing 327 people watching, but 7 likes. I wanted to prove a point. They're always watching. They're always afraid, and they're afraid to speak up. Because by hiding on this device right here, they're hiding. They're chicken shit. I want them to come out. Will I need to have to buy an extra deep freeze for meat for the winter? For all the people who come up the hill looking for trouble? Who cares? Am I insane? No, I'm not insane, but I'll tell you what I'm going to tell you. That's the way it goes. So anyone who has any questions later, leave a question on this video, because when I go live next, I'm going to give you my point of view. I don't want to do this like forever. I'm not going to sit here for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's not necessary. If I want to explain tyranny, I'll explain it in one way and one way only. And let's start with the police. The police are nothing more than badge-wearing, revenue-generating tyrants that extort money from us to pay themselves. And in my opinion, that is the definition of corruption out of control. The government makes new rules and regulations daily to promote the extortion of more money from us, the public servants, by the public servants, the police. You see, they haven't quite put their finger on it perfectly yet, but they've decided that they can make new rules, new regulations every day and want people to follow them because it'll generate more revenue for them tomorrow. And they will continue doing this as long as nobody says anything. And for some reason, America has become a pussified country. I mean, come on, they're letting Biden completely destroy the country and Harris act like a fucking idiot. My opinion on this is my opinion, okay? But I'm going to say one thing that might make some sense to a few of you. When you grew up in this country and there was dirt roads and you walked upon the pebbles in your feet, you knew you were free. Now everything is covered in blacktop, which is actually a waste product of oil and dirt, whatever. And you don't smell the freedom anymore. People want you to do what they say, not what you want to do. It's a do as I say, not as I do country. That's as close to socialism as you can get, and it hasn't stopped. It's on the going straight up, okay? We're almost a socialist country. And a lot of people are ignoring it. They're being treated like, well, if you disagree with the government, you're being treated like you are the enemy, okay? If you go to college, they're going to indoctrinate you into this Marxism, into this socialism. And if you don't follow their ways, well, your rates either go up or you get out of college. Public schools are the same way. They will preach and teach anything they can as long as they get a paycheck because they're only worried about their own stomachs, their own boats, their own houses, their new riding lawnmower. They'll tell you what the government tells them to tell you. They will not teach you. They will not teach you American history. They will not teach you general mathematics. They will not teach you cursive writing. Nobody wants you to know how to sign the right way. They don't want you to do cursive writing. They want you to print. They want you to believe that you're a member of a corporation and you are property. But I didn't say that. That's just my eyeglasses speaking. What I'm going to say before I go is I will be back. Unfortunately, I will be back. I'll be making another live. This was just a short test with a new device. And it was a little rant. And hopefully someone got something out of it because I ran it all together to make it as confusing as possible for the analytics that they're using to track people down who don't agree with government. Because you see, evidently we're no longer allowed to have a grievance. We're not allowed to disagree. Which tells me we're no longer free in this country. If you disagree with the powers that be and the fucking policies they made, which aren't law, by the way, they're just policies, they're feelings, we are wrong, evidently. It's time for people to wake up, do the right thing, hand everyone you know a pocket constitution. clear your throat whenever they stop you. And then don't say a goddamn word. Never talk to the police. Never talk to law enforcement officials, period. Because anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. Now, yes, they get angry when you don't speak. They get very angry. But don't talk. Don't talk. When they don't do the judge, jury, and executioner's thing on the street, they get mad at you. When you go to court and beat them, they even get more pissed and they learn to leave you the fuck alone. And that is all I got to say for the end of the night. Don't trust the Biden administration. Don't trust all of the police. Don't trust law enforcement who is enforcing policy and feelings because they don't know the law. And don't spank it more than twice, because if you do, you're playing with it. Don't sniff any children's hair. Don't tell any 12-year-olds they look like they're 17 or 18. You'll be okay. Don't let that devil under your skin. Have a good night, everyone. I'm going to go for now. I have a whole hell of a lot more to say. A whole hell of a lot more to expose. But I want to give this test. I want to see if someone will come running up my hill and try to get some. I have a surprise. We'll talk to you later. We will be coming back very soon. Good night, everyone. Let's turn this sideways. Take care, Jimmy C.